Hi everyone, I'm Brian, artist 2, it's Fine Game Studio. Welcome to this new video in which I'm gonna show you how to texture the car that we have been modeling in Maya, and now I'm up to Substance Painter and I'm gonna show you some tricks, techniques to texture it, I hope quickly. We're gonna use some pre-used material and then hand paint on top of it. So I just set up the scene for us, so just to save some time. I'm gonna show you what I did here is just I'm gonna do it for the windows. So I just created a folder. No, I want it on top. Yeah, I'm gonna call it Windows, and then add a black mask. I just drop a color inside so I can see what I'm selecting. And then I'm gonna just select the UV island that I want. Here we go. So that's basically what I've done for like all of this folder. That's just to have like folders with a little bit more organized. So it's quicker when you select the material for it. So let's have a look. I have my car over there. I'm gonna use aluminium for this because the car is gonna be aluminium, and I'm gonna use, so I have my reference over there. I'm gonna show you quickly. I'm gonna go for a car like this, a little bit yellow, orange. So I'm gonna just pick up the color over there and then I'm gonna change it slightly. So I want it to be a little more orange. Okay, that's good enough. Just to have a base, I'm gonna hand paint on top of it anyway. I'm using Substance Painter 1. I hope that's gonna change in Substance Painter 2. They say they added 200 more like materials and stuff like this. Because let's have a look actually of this one. I don't know if there's one like, I never use like smart material because I usually like hand paint everything, even in Substance. Okay, anyway, we'll try like later on. I will like buy Substance Painter 2 and do some more tutorials on Substance Painter 2. We see like there is some edges that still need to like smooth, so that's fine. And what we don't like, it's all of this white stuff which come from the seed, and for some reason I can't remove the seed, so that's pretty annoying. So we have our channel, roughness, metallic, and all of this. We can change the dirt of the car. So we do want a little bit of dirt, but we're gonna like change it anyway. Paint some more like dirt on top of it. So I'm gonna just set up the main material. For the window, I'm gonna go for something a little bit like reflecting the sky. We still don't really know like about our, and put a lot of roughness. Yeah, just to have an effect, a little bit of window. That's just for the moment because we still don't really know about the art style like we're going for, so about like the window, what we're gonna do, and this kind of thing. So yeah, at the moment I'm just like leaving like this. That's gonna be good enough. Then for the light, so I'm just going like layer by layer, and then I'm gonna go more in details and hand paint and all of this, but I just want to set up the main stuff of the car. So this, we want it like this, maybe a little bit more like yellowish. There we go. The mirror, we want them silver. Where are the mirror? So for the mirror, we can even use like aluminium, the basic one, like this. And I'm missing one UV island, which is this one. I'm always using the mouse to select the so I'm selecting it. We can't see it now because this is on top. So if I move it down, or if I go in this one, I can also like unselect. There we go. And same stuff for the mirror. We're gonna create a mirror up, and we're gonna duplicate this one and put it in the mirror. And this up. And I'm gonna just add a black mask on top of it and say I just want the mirror. So as you can see, we just have the mirror inside. Can also go like this, but then I don't know, like the UV island, I think it's this one. Yeah, so now we just have this, so we can change the color and make it like the way we want. So this I'm gonna change it like once again a little bit more later on. I want to be a little bit more black. Changing for OpenGL for Unreal. And maybe a little bit less roughness. Okay. We're gonna start to paint a little bit what we are interested in, which is the car itself. So I'm adding, say, first layer, so I'm gonna just call it details. And I'm gonna use my brush that I love. It's the rubber, uniform rubber. And I'm gonna give it, the problem is here we don't want to have roughness and metallic, so I'm using rubber, it doesn't really matter. It's just we want to have some more it's always the problem when we want to have the same color and stuff, like we can't really like match it. So we can switch to base color, and then we get like the base color, and we can like erase like all of these white dots that we don't like. So always work like in base color when you want to have a, it's more like Photoshop, I will say. Like in base color we really see like what we have. We can also work with symmetry. We can change the axis, oops, on Z. There we go. And now you see I can't like draw, like I can only draw on this. That's why like it's good to have the mask, because then I can like really go roughly like on the car. That's why I use like sometimes I don't use preset material, because it's almost like a waste of time. It's just like I'm doing it for the car, just to make sure I have the good roughness metallic of real aluminium material. Okay, and press M to go back. So now we still have some details and stuff, but it's more, we don't have this white ugly spots. The challenge is it always looks like gold when you do like yellow stuff. So if we don't want to have like, oops, to look it like gold, we can still make it darker to have like not this shiny like effect of gold, make it a little bit more like dusty or this kind of effect. So we can go like dust, and then I want something like more dark, and now I want some roughness, not metallic, just roughness. And I'm gonna have some matte, and I want to have control on the opacity and pressure, but not on the size of the brush. So now, as you can see, I can like really modify like the stuff, which looks weird, right? But the cool stuff with this, we always go a little bit more than what we want, and then we have really control with the layer itself, so we can start to draw some details on the car. And now we can go a little bit more in detail where we want. We can hold shift to move. Shift right click to move the lights, see a little bit more what you're doing. Now that's gonna be like a bit of, don't wanna go too much in detail, just go like roughly. Okay, I'm gonna have a grid over there, so that's what. That's why, excuse me, I'm not like spending a lot of time on it. Can hold shift to get like more straight lines, then like erase a little bit over there, and then we have control with the, for example, the roughness of the dust, so we can really like change it the way we want. Same with the base color. If it's too much, we can like change it. I can add a little bit more like on the edges as well over there. And once again, like all of these weird edges, I'm gonna like smooth them and change them so they will like disappear. The cool feature they added in Substance Painter 2, that's the full screen. You can paint like in full screen, which is really nice. Something I really like to do when I paint texture, it's first I go like bright and dark, and I just make some area like whiter. This we really want to have like really sensible. Okay, it's just to help like the eyes to see more like where the light's gonna like stop, like is stuck on. in a huge flat surface, we like to have some like shiny lines. Same here. Now we want our symmetry, and they did add like orthographic, because now I'm like painting perspective, but they added like orthographic, and that's apparently like was really complex for them to add this new feature because of the engine they're using. Having like orthographic view, that's gonna be really useful when you paint some decals and all of this kind of stuff. That's something like really nice. Same like this edge like will disappear, because obviously like this straight edge, it's pretty ugly. So same like here. So it is a little bit like time consuming, but it's a little bit fun as well. I do enjoy like texturing in Substance Painter a lot, because you can really see like in real time like your work. It's hard to do like tutorial on this because it's really like, what can I say? I sometimes don't want to do stuff because I'm like recording video, so when it's like too much time consuming. So it does help on one hand because I'm going like faster and I'm trying to go like to the main point all the time, which what I'm doing, because I don't want to take too long or this kind of stuff. But sometimes I feel like my work is way like less nice than usually because I'm going like fast, but I guess it's just a matter after of so now because I use like symmetry, I remove symmetry and I wanna like create some unique so we don't see that it's just symmetrical. Okay, and there. Now on the side, that's fine to have like symmetry because we don't really. This screen is pretty far away to draw. Now when I add some more dark. And the thing is, like in the game, the car is gonna be seen like really from far away. So that's why like I'm going like pretty rough. But it is important to, even though that's seen from far away, it is important to have a nice like texture on it, because if you do some beauty shots after, or like if we change like some feature in the game and then the camera zoom in, all of this kind of stuff, you want to be sure like you can still change your texture later on and go more like precise. And I'm gonna call it Parshok because I don't know how you call it in English, so that's like the stuff over there. And black mask. And I think I don't have a UV island. Yeah, I don't have UV island for that. So that's a mistake that I made in my modeling. I should have, because the way of when you select faces, that's doing this kind of stuff, which is really bad. So I'm gonna paint it. So instead of like painting the oh yeah, something I'm a little bit rusty as well with Systems Painter, I have to admit, because it's been a while now. I haven't done something properly. So I remember now the way, like when I don't do like UV islands, I select faces like this. Alright. And then to avoid to have this kind of stuff, then I go like this. And I can go and like removing it. I want more color on this. Can hold shift. Yeah, that's a little bit tedious. Let's go white. So you see, like you really need to be smart how you do your UV, and having some like different UV island, because it's so useful like when you want to later on when you're up to texturing, so useful. Okay, underneath I don't really mind because I won't be seen anyway. So, but it is really important that you do this on a mask, because, and not on one layer, so you don't have to do it again. You just do like this one time. Here we go. So now I have my mask over there, and I might want to have like these parts as well actually in it, because that's gonna be the same. So I press 4 and I'm gonna select these faces as well. Okay, I won't do the painting here because I think that's good enough. Okay, so now that we have this, we can go like we want to have dark. So that's like aluminium stuff over there on the car, so we want something gray, roughness, metallic. Can even add like directly an aluminium stuff, not brush one, but maybe we want like steel. And more like white. No. Let's go back aluminium. Just a bit darker maybe. Here we go. And I'm gonna add some dirt. So not metallic, and I'm gonna use the brush, the dirt brush that I like. And that's something annoying, you always need to have to like change your settings as well. And I don't want any kind of symmetry. And when I'm doing this, I'm also like considering where I have to like smooth edges. because this is like an OBG I'm using now, because from Substance Painter 1 and Maya 2016 you can't import FBX. It doesn't support it, so you have to export as an OBG. Okay. Then after I'm gonna add some dirt, like general dirt on the car anyway. So once again, not too much details. Then I can say like, okay, basic color, I want it a bit less. Same roughness, maybe it's less roughness. Okay. Now I want to have like the grid over there. So for the grids, I can rather go on my 2D view, but so it's here. Problem is it's not straight, so I can't use, if you have like straight, when you want to do like a grid, you can go in your 2D view. I'm gonna save because it's been a while I haven't saved. So go back to car. I want now to have the grid, so black mask. Forgot to put my symmetry on. And they also like improve apparently the system of masking in Substance Painter 2. I'm not like hired by this company to make that advertising about Substance Painter 2, but okay, so we want like a base, so back to our, we want like black stuff, and then having the pattern. We don't want 8. We want a little bit metallic, not really a lot of roughness. Okay, now we're gonna add some, we want our default brush, and say we don't want these guys, but we do want stencil. So I do my own alpha usually, and but there's already like a lot of, I'm just trying to see if I can use like an existing, just see how it looks, but I think that won't look the way I want. It's not too bad, only maybe smaller. Yeah, that's not good enough, I think. So there's two ways we can do it. So jump in Photoshop, do like a normal normal layer, or we can just do like this and go like manually say like we don't want any alpha, so we have like and say like, oops, okay, and we can go like this. It looks a little bit weird. Don't want pen pressure on this. The problem with this, it's hard to get like perfect line, so I think that's a good opportunity to show in Photoshop. So we want to have a square, like when you do alpha. If you don't have a square, like a perfect square, that's gonna be a little bit squash or scratch. So we do want, like on Photoshop, there you go. So pixel, you want something like this. I don't know why it's taking so long. Okay, and we want something more background. We want it black. Then okay. I don't know why I got some like weird stuff over there. Okay, so to make sure that's like all aligned, I'm gonna use the show right. Then I want this guy. So I don't know why it's like, see, it's a little bit, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate it and just put it on the line. Okay, and use Ctrl E, using the arrow keys. I'm just afraid about like that's gonna be too small actually, the lines. So what I can do now, it's just control them all and go like up, control click, so they all select. I can go modified and say like expand. I have about 2 pixels maybe. That's still too small. So I'm gonna expand them again, about 2 pixels. Yeah, should be fine. And I'm gonna go like white, 100%. And it's not drawing it, why? Why is it not drawing? Okay, something weird. So I'm gonna just go like this, say like white. Okay. I don't know why I wasn't like drawing with my stuff. So I'm not like tileable because this one like it's a little bit too small, so what I'm gonna do now is just to make sure that's more like tileable, I'm gonna remove this, which you can do if you really want to have like tileable. You can go like filter and go like offset, and you can go like this, and then make sure, for example, like you got one more like in the middle, say like, oh yeah, so I want this. And the way like I draw it, I can't be like really tileable because yeah, on the edge it's more, as you can see, but that's fine. And PNG, I'm gonna save it on my where do I have my advanced 3D alpha. I'm gonna say like lines straight lines. Here we go. So we showed like how to make the some normal that we're gonna import here. Import image. So I could have done it like way easily, just painting it, right? But that's more like to show another technique. Even though in this case it took me longer than actually like drawing it. Just dragging to your stencil, and then I can draw my lines. Here you go. And I'm gonna just make sure I'm in the right position with my camera by holding shift. You can snap it. Okay. So as you can see, that's not perfect at all, but once again, that's gonna be seen from like far away. Now I can still go a little bit and clean it where I want. Okay, that's good enough. You can still use some tricks and go like, how can we make this a little bit better? We can use now some, actually, I should have used like the normal at the same time. That's better. I'm gonna like erase this and just use the normal at the same time. Up. Say like stencil. And we want some hate. We want like positive. Here we go. Way better, right? So now if you think that the normal are more, it's too much, you can still like play with it. Now it does look like a grid, a little bit more. Okay. For the light, if we want to have more, like the, I don't know, it's called this like the sad light. I'm gonna paint them directly. I'm gonna have to take my lunch break pretty soon. I'm really, really hungry. See, I forgot to name and then like getting lost. It's the one I just created. Create grids. Now I'm gonna create inside this folder. Where'd he go? Where is my folder? Okay, I'm getting really hungry right now because I'm losing my folder. Dirt. Where the fuck is this folder? Aha. Okay, why not? Say light. And we're gonna paint like side. And we're gonna start to paint this orange light. So that's gonna be like on this side. I think I'm gonna have my break now, and then we're gonna like carry on with this light over there. So I will see you guys soon. Okay, so I'm back from lunch, which was pretty nice. So now I'm ready to keep going with this beautiful little car. So I just need to see where I was. I was about to do the light, I think. Yeah. Okay, so what's this? Okay, so now we want to have like the light a bit inside. So let's see how it looks. Okay. So we want something a bit more rough. So we have a little bit more hardness. Okay, maybe a bit less. Having symmetry. Okay, just a test, just to see like how it's gonna look, because we want to have like a little bit on the side as well. Okay. And then okay, I just want to see like how it's gonna look. Going a little bit like rough. It's not too bad, because yeah, the car, like to give you an idea, will see like from this distance pretty much. We will have some like zoom and this kind of stuff, but it's like 4 cars sharing the same screen, so you don't need to go like really deep detail. Just to have a refresh, I'm gonna have a look at my reference. So we do have like this kind of and now after we're gonna draw like some emissives and some stuff on it, say like normal and orange and details, and now we can like have a little bit more details on it. Maybe now remove this and go like dark and less. Okay, so that's pretty ugly, but we're gonna raise like the edge. Okay, and then inside we want to have some a little bit more like light. Give a little bit of depth. Once again, I'm gonna have to smooth these edges. Okay, it's not too bad. And now I'm gonna add some emissive. So I don't have it here, so you have to go and add emissive. Let's say like emissive light. I want something really like orange. And then after you can control the emissive, like the strength of the emissive inside Unreal directly. It used to have an option there we can trick, like we can play with the emissive. This is just to remove it. Post effects, view. Where did I put this? Emissive intensity. So after, like in Unreal, we can like let it play with this setting. So it's just to have an idea. Like now you can still like play a little bit with it, just to see like how it will look when we're gonna do like more. Because that's gonna be more important for like, for example, this light. Because for this light, I don't know why, you know, like I have to click on it to have it back. I guess it's kind of a bug. Or so there, I want to have some emissive as well. Here we go. But the particularity with this, I don't want emissive like everywhere. So I'm gonna draw some like dark emissive to give it like the idea of the lob, like the pretty much like removing the emissive when we draw like dark emissive. It's just to try to give a little bit the feeling of the bulb like inside and then on the edge as well. Okay, so just to so obviously we don't want that much. So it's always important to don't have the light straight into it to see how it looks like when it's in the shadow. So as you can see here, you can see that's not, wasn't like really perfect the way I wanted. So light's usually on the side, a little bit more darker. Okay. Then we can still like go like dark and say like just some colors. Just to give a little bit more character, just making it look more like an eye. Because that's what we want, like especially with cartoony car, we really want to give them like a lot of character. Okay, that's good enough. Then we want to add maybe the one on the side, light side. We want some emissive, some height. We want the orange, and we want something over there. Oops. So drawing like a lot of layers at the same time give you less control after each of them, but it does like speed up your work, so sometimes I do use it. Then I really want less emissive on this. Okay, let's leave it too much in the front. On my reference, that's way more over there. Once again, I'm gonna like smooth those edges over there, which they look really weird at the moment. Okay, not too bad. After it's like that's a matter of, do we really want this future over there, or do we want to like, because on the picture of the reference like on the other card, like there is no stuff here, that's just on the reference I got here, and I think it doesn't look good. So it's like it's too tiny stuff that's like changing the character of my car, and I don't really like it, so I won't put it. So I think it's important to have like different references, like a lot of different cars. Okay, now I'll go back with my main reference, and we're gonna do the backlight. So for this we want something red. Okay. Go back. Still in the car, so that's fine. See, like backlight. Let's see. Find it easier to go more like and then like erase. And to keep a little bit like an edge over there, not too much. Only really like on the edge of this, otherwise it's gonna look a little bit weird. Okay. I just call it all. So that's really important to like name all of this stuff in the like if you know you're gonna work on this for a long time. In this case, I know I won't. It's just like a fast texture stuff. But I still want to like have it like organized. Like when you work on like an entire character, which I posted on this YouTube channel as well, if you don't name everything, then you get like really lost when you wanna like go back and change like something, and it can be like really annoying and like time consuming later on. Okay, and then just add some general. Because I have like color and now I don't want the color. See, in this scenario, like I can have the control I want, so I'm just creating a new layer. I'm just gonna go like this. To have a really weird effect. It's just like emissive, but okay, and then okay, happy with this. Perfect. Then we want something for the trunk. So now that I have like this kind of detailed stuff in my car, I can start now to add some like go more into details, to have like the door stuff and all of this kind of stuff. So I'm gonna create a layer, like a folder on top of it, create like details, because I want to be able to paint with this like everywhere. I think I still want my symmetry to be on. And now let me see if color 8. Roughness metallic. Do want something like metallic. I don't know why I got some weird like once again that's really like far away, so we just want to add like really small details. And we want now something really for the doors. This is the handle. I don't know how you call it in English, never mind. Now I'm gonna use no pressure because I want, oops, my mic is getting like in front of my keyboard, because I want to be able to use shift. I want it like even a bit more, and I will put some black directly, a bit smaller. Yeah, that's good enough, because then I'm gonna change the I will be able to change the bump map later on, like the height. So I'm just kind of drawing the door. Go. And then now if I decide like it's a bit too much, I think now we move draw it in the door handle, not the door. Okay, and what's annoying now, it's like I changed the height, but I changed the height of this as well, which I don't want. Okay, that's fine. Maybe I wanna like erase a little bit, not make it so like so I don't want to be like in the front, in the top, in the roof. And which resolution am I using now? Yeah, I think I can move in 2K. Start low to don't have like lags and stuff like that, but then when we like close to what we want, we can like move to 2K. If I'm gonna use 2K texture, should have used like maybe like earlier 2K. So for this, maybe we want to have like continue this line, because I did like geometry for it. It's for the trunk, but so maybe we want to have something like that's a good example to show real like geometry versus colors and normal map. We can't tell the difference, right? Like this is like a little bit darker, but otherwise, like if I don't use the like a dark color to like fill the stuff, we can't really tell the difference. It is a little bit cleaner, like the real geometry, but okay, we do start to have something more like that's the result we want. Now we can add some dirt and stuff like this. I say like dirt. And because we're gonna add some unique features, we don't want, damn it, I changed it for the eraser. I don't know why is this shiny. It's not supposed to be shiny here. Okay, it's better. Thought I did select my robot stuff, but apparently I did not. So where we want it, it's really like close to, it's too bright. Okay, see like the way it's like getting like white and stuff? That's because of metallic. So you want to untick this. So you don't want to change the metallic surface of it. You just want to add something like dirt. See now, it's just changing the roughness so that the dirt is actually like, is not making shiny anymore. But the metallic, it's really bad when you do like this kind of detail. So make sure you untick metallic. Otherwise you're gonna have some like bad results. I do have like a little bump over there. Can change it. Oh, and I still haven't like drew the underneath the car. We're gonna like do something pretty basic. when I want, it's like the wheel like splash a little bit on it. Since it's a battle like a racing game in which the car's gonna have to fight, I want to like damage a little bit the car, even though we're gonna have like dynamic rig destruction of the car and this kind of thing. I still want to make it a little bit more damage and stuff like that. Maybe here you can have like a bit more dirt when the people open the trunk. And now I'm gonna do some more like decoration like this, just to make it more old. Looks like really like an old car. Can even add some like rusty stuff. Okay, so we have our dirt, which is pretty intense, so we're gonna maybe lower like the color, you know, like we don't want that, so maybe like this. We still wanna have like more dirt like in the front. Maybe on the mirror as well. We'll always come like from the front, and then like so be more like dirty in the front, and then it goes like fades away a little bit on the back, just to give a little more movement in the car. And here, like where it can get stuck a little bit, like I don't really want to draw too much on the wind glass, like the wind stuff, like what do you call this? So that's gonna remove a little bit the effect. See, looks always like suddenly really weird, since I'm using like a trick to make like fake reflection of the sky. I'm using the same alpha to remove the dirt, like where I put a little bit maybe too much. Same here, I don't want the window. Okay, now we're gonna age a little bit the car. Aged. We want that underneath the dirt, because the dirt, that's what's gonna be like in the front. So we want some like this color a little bit more white, gray. And we're gonna like accentuate a little bit this. Still looks a little bit too much like gold to me. That's why what I'm doing now is gonna help to look a little bit less. I can still after change like the main color. I'm gonna do change like the main color now. Maybe I want this on soft brush. Feel like where there's more like flat surface. I can always like if I really don't want anything on the window, just add a mask on the general folder and do like a white mask and just after black mask my windows. Okay, if we go back on the color itself of the car, I'm just saving, just take a little bit more time now. I'm 2K. So we can see that we don't really use the general material anymore. It's still a little bit, but that's why like in 2K that's always does take time. So now I can get some effect by changing like drastically the color of like scratch paint or like something like that, but that's maybe not what I'm looking for here. At least not that much, that intense. Because I do need to change like the color of these details now if I wanna like change the whole. So I do realize this is getting like this shiny gold stuff. That's something I paint like early on. So I'm gonna maybe like slide it a little bit. Okay, so now the thing is the car look a little bit too much like dirt and old. stupid. For like underneath, we want to have something like black straight away, so we can use, for example, this view and say like you want something like bottom, how can I call this, like, yeah, bottom, doesn't really matter. I'm gonna say like black mask, and I want to select this UV island. Here we go. I want something dark, not emissive. Can use F1, F2 to switch between the and that's something metallic but not okay. That's just when the car's gonna roll over. I just want something that's, but I don't want these faces. I should have use mirror like symmetry for this. Doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, when like the car's gonna roll over, we want like something dark, and then we're gonna have the chassis anyway, like coming underneath. So yeah, that's our little car. So I think I will stop here for the tutorial, and I will still like work on some details, but now there's gonna be more like some tiny details and stuff, not really like showing techniques or workflow. For my doors, where are they? So even though I named everything, here we go, handle and doors, base color, I want a little bit more black, I think. Yeah. Now I'm gonna have a look on my reference. So obviously that's not the same car because mine's cartoony and stuff, but it does look a little bit, yeah. A little bit like this. And I have some details that is not showing here. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here for this tutorial. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you soon for some more tutorials. See you!